Hey everyone, my name is Emperor Zombietine, and welcome to my session for the Game Jam 2022. Friendly solutions to complex problems, NFTs made easy. I'm the CEO of a company called Dead Games Inc. We are a new Web3 focused gaming studio, and you're likely wondering why in the world is a game studio talking about an NFT made easy or an NFT marketplace? That's the product that I'm going to show you today. And we're going to get into that in just a moment. The product that I'm going to show you is actually live on the market right now. It is a decentralized secondary marketplace for NFTs called Oblivion.art. You can access this for the Nervos testnet right now at nervos.oblivion.art. And it houses a range of no-code solutions to give full creative control to founders and owners at a fraction of the cost. And it also reduces user error by I guess you could say streamlining the NFT creation process. Before we get into a demo of the product and what it actually does, I want to tell you a little bit about why we started and how we started and why we built it. The why is always important for me, and so I think you guys may appreciate this. So it all started with a decentralized project on another chain called the Rug Zombie project. And Rug Zombie was this idea of giving catharsis and consolation on the blockchain. You see, there's lots of rug pulls and scam projects in this world of decentralization because simply due to the fact that anyone anywhere can create anything. People can copy paste code and they can create these scam or these fake projects. However, we wanted to do something to give back. And so a few people in this community created this project called Rug Zombie that issues NFTs in exchange for your scam tokens. Now, this previous project is still active and live. It's not on the Nervos network and anywhere in the ecosystem because, frankly, there's not enough rug pulls that I know of yet. So I don't know that the team could justify being on there. But with those NFTs that they created, the Rug Zombie team had ambitions for creating a game. The game that they wanted to make. Early on, you were throwing around ideas, but some of us got together and we decided that, hey, in order to create games, in order to provide some of the infrastructure that would be necessary to create really good games, let's actually start a legitimate project, a legitimate company. Not to say that the other was illegitimate, but more to say let's do things proper. And so Dead Games Inc. was started, and it was inaugurated at that point with a few of us that were in that community. And so we started this gaming studio, and we had these grand ambitions for developing a game. Primarily, the first game we would be developing would be on behalf of the Rug Zombie project. And so we would be aiming to satisfy their community and to build a game that would be great to play for anyone in an interoperable multi-chain environment. And this parent company actually owns the product that I will be showing you today, which is an NFT marketplace. Before we get into the marketplace and I show you this marketplace and get into a demo, I want to establish a bit of a background for what we care about as a game studio, as it will inform why we built things on our marketplace the way that we did. So let's start first with quality storytelling. This is the first of 4 foundational pillars, you could say, for us. What do we mean by quality storytelling as it relates to blockchain gaming? Well, what we mean is that we're not trying to make Flappy Bird on the blockchain. Now, I don't want to disparage anyone creating these very simple mobile games like this. There's certainly a spot for that. But as we see it, humans were made for stories. There's a great New York Times article talking about this, about how stories actually are the reason that gaming and entertainment is so compelling. Stories have a way of capturing value propositions and truth and packaging it in a way that it is compelling to the end user or to the watcher of maybe the story, to the player in the game. This is in fact actually why most religious literature has value propositions wrapped in stories. So take, for example, Jesus of Nazareth, who told these parables or these stories to persuade his audience of a particular truth. Gamers who build stories, we think, will actually win the day. You see, because the future of gaming is going to be quality storytelling gaming on the blockchain. This is why us as a Web3 gaming studio, we're aiming to be the #1 Web3 gaming studio in the world in the next 5 years, and that may be ambitious of us, but doggone it, we think we're going to make it. So that's what we want to be. And the way that that happens, the way that you get to be a brand like that is by creating an environment that leads to the mass adoption of blockchain gaming such that we've never seen before. And we believe it starts with compelling storytelling on the blockchain. If we can get gamers and game studios to be convinced of the game stories that we want to write, if we can create user experiences that reduce the barriers for them to come into the world of blockchain. You see, because most of the time, builders and developers, our studio included, we pass on the technological barriers and challenges that we face. We pass those along to our users. And we look forward to a day when it's a seamless experience and transition for new gamers to enter our ecosystem, where it's not that they don't need to know about blockchain. It's simply that they don't have to know all of the complexities of the blockchain in order to enjoy our games. That's what we look forward to with our game studio. It starts with quality storytelling. The second thing that is a foundation for us is to be free to play. So not that play to earn is necessarily broken, and not that we will never do a play to earn type of mechanic, but projects whose only mechanic to establish revenue is play to earn. They're going to be highly dictated by market conditions, and there's really no way to create value outside of the token itself. And we aim to actually create an ecosystem where token sales is not the primary driver of our economy. This protects our players from having massive loss of their maybe what they believe to be an incredible investment due to the market conditions and things happening in the world. But it allows us to think about our token strategy based upon utility, not based upon how much money can we actually generate from a token. The other thing that play to earn often does is it creates these walled gardens where the cost of play eventually just becomes too high for new players. This is why a lot of token play to earn games are creating scholarships now, because the barrier to entry is higher for new gamers. And so if we can solve that from the start by avoiding those types of mechanics that would lead to that situation, we think we're going to be in a better environment down the road. Existing gamers simply don't want to pay $1,000 to start a game, and then to play a game that's not really compelling anyways. It kind of boils down for them that they're making a financial and investment decision. And if you're thinking about investment and financial decisions, there's plenty of other products and services out there that aren't gaming that can satisfy that for you. And so we want to focus on storytelling, quality storytelling, free to play, where players can enter in with low friction, low barriers to entry. And the third pillar would be composable. We're trying to focus on an ecosystem where our games are composable with each other, where it's fluid, it's dynamic, where the Lego blocks are there for us to build games in a way that translates across an ecosystem. This means that users and gamers are in charge of the assets that they own. This means that users and gamers help shape the rules of the game. This means that the building blocks that players have can adapt and evolve based upon their feedback. It means a number of things for us. Lastly, it means that we can integrate with other brands, other intellectual property for maximum value contribution into the game. And so composability is huge in the Web3 space, and that's where we're trying to lean. And then the fourth pillar for us is that we want to cross physical space. Creating brands and IPs that players are proud to use will inevitably lead to mass retail opportunities. And so we are attempting to be a company that is building games that have staying power in the retail market. And so we're not simply looking to drop NFTs into the digital space, but we're looking to cross physical space with merchandise and pushing into traditional retail markets with physical gaming components and all sorts of things. We think this is the way to see gaming adopted on the blockchain. A great example of why this is important is that teenagers in the United States, for example, they are maybe not necessarily allowed to purchase cryptocurrency. You have to have a driver's license. You have to KYC with not maybe not if you're in the Web3 world, but how are they getting the funds in the first place? Well, the reality is that most of the teenagers that would be gaming, playing play to earn games, are doing this illegally, and we think that we don't like that that's happening in this space. We'd like to find compliant and legal ways for players to onboard into the NFT and crypto gaming. One of the ways to do that is to cross physical space with retail products that actually can be put under the Christmas tree at the end of the year. So that's something that we're creating. Why am I telling you all these pillars about our brand? Well, because our marketplace has those same types of same type of philosophy under the hood. And so the marketplace has been something a few of us wanted to see early on in this community, and it quickly evolved to what it is now. So our gaming ambitions required that we have the necessary infrastructure for our team to build an NFT game studio. And so having an NFT marketplace is just the no-brainer. That's the infrastructure that we need. However, because we built this with creative control for gamers and users and project owners in mind, that meant that we wanted a place where we wouldn't just be doing this for ourselves, but we could offer it to others. And hence why I'm at this talk today, is to demonstrate for you the value of a simple marketplace that does a lot of the things on the blockchain that maybe users are, new users especially, are maybe have trouble with. There's a lot of complexity with NFTs right now, with NFT marketplaces, and we are aiming to solve a lot of those complexities by creating very simple tools that are user friendly. And we've got a lot of work to do, but we think that we're getting there. Okay, so we partly built this marketplace for our own needs, as I said, but we thought that surely you guys, as game developers, as creators, you would also appreciate these highly composable features. And you likely don't want to worry about making your own solutions, as those things are expensive, they're time intensive, they require management, continual upkeep. There's just a lot involved. And we would like to provide no code, easy and simple solutions for creators, for developers alike, for these blockchain products. And so let's go over to the marketplace and let me show you what we're working with here. Let me share my screen here. So the Oblivion, nervos.oblivion.art, the Oblivion marketplace here. Find, collect, and create beauty in the abyss. Create, explore, and connect. Right now we're on the test net, and so you're not going to see any collection sales or anything like this. And this right here is simply just a test product for us. This is just a test NFT, a money monkey right here. A shout out to our friends over at Main Street who launched this one actually on another chain. About the project details, this is just a project that's launched, and we just ported it over just to show you how this stuff works. So the first thing that you can do on our marketplace is, of course, you can explore secondary marketplace assets. So a user has used the Godwoken testnet or the Godwoken mainnet, whenever it's true EVM compatibility, to create an NFT. Well, we all need a secondary marketplace. This secondary marketplace for us boasts of a lot of features. Number one, the first feature for our marketplace is that we actually have the lowest fees of any marketplace on any chain. It is 1% across the board, just 1%. The reason that we've chosen this is because this feature itself, this marketplace, secondary marketplace sales, we actually made this for ourselves and are giving it to others. So this isn't our primary revenue driver for us as a company. And so we thought one way we could be a blessing to users, project creators, is give them an ultra low fee when they're using our marketplace. So you can imagine if you're selling a $100,000 NFT, the standard is 2.5% right now. Well, having a 1% marketplace fee is substantially lower and saves you about $1,500 on an asset like that. For smaller sales, it may not matter quite as much to the user, but we created it with a low fee. So this was just a test, again, for a particular NFT where you can make an offer in CKB, just so that people can see that this stuff is working. The other thing you can do, and this is what we're really excited about, and this is the making NFTs, making complex things simple, is our Starport feature. Our Starport feature is a way for you to create anything that you need in order to release an NFT into the world. First of all, you'd be able to create the NFT itself. So this one will hopefully be live by the time that this Game Jam event has already started. We're working furiously, and this is being recorded as this create NFT feature is being created as well. But this would allow you to upload your media data, all the image files necessary, and deploy the contract, all without you needing to think very hard about what you're building. We created a standardized process that's going to reduce the user error and allow you to create NFTs in a no-code kind of way. We'll get to why this would be important for game developers here in just a moment. Once you've created the NFT, you can create a collection. So while your NFT collection is called a collection, it's possible for multiple NFTs to be listed under one particular collection. So let's say that you're a gaming project and you have a collection of items. Let's call them like the Mount Doom collection, and you have rings of power that have been forged in the fires of Mount Doom, and there are 9 of them, let's say. Well, you could put all 9 of those NFT rings under one collection. This would allow for you to set royalties for any future sales of the work. Adding your NFT to a collection also makes them visible so that when people go to that collection, they see all of the assets under the collection. Creating a release. Once you've created an NFT, that doesn't mean that the NFT is live and out into the world. It simply means that you've created the NFT contract. Creating a release function allows for you to actually put your NFT into the hands of others. This allows for you to sell maybe a limited collection. Maybe you want to do a 1 of 1. Maybe you want to do 10 of 10 collection. Maybe you want to do a randomly generated collection of 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000. However you'd like to release your NFT, this gives you full control over how this operates. You can customize whitelists, you can set the price, you can set the different variables to ensure that, I believe I need to be logged in order to see that. Let's go to our main site here. That way we don't have to log in with this. So creating a release allows you to set all of the features that you want to do here: supply, maximum quantity, end date, treasury address, whitelist, this creating a collection, and then lastly, creating a listing. This feature is for anyone creating listings for anyone who owns an NFT. You can list it on our marketplace, and then you can receive offers for that listing that you've made. So that's a little bit about our marketplace, a little bit about what we've created, these no-code solutions that are going to allow for you to truly take control and have very simple features to develop and build your NFT collections. Whether you're a creator or whether you're a game developer, it's made for you. Obviously, on the testnet, you can experiment around with that on the Nervous testnet. Our marketplace is currently live on another chain, and once our layer 2 for Godwoken goes fully live, once mainnet goes live, it will be completely compatible with that chain as well. So what's to come? Well, right now you can create ERC 721 NFTs. This is the regular NFT standard being used currently, but we do have under development right now creating the 1155 standard. So this is increasingly being adopted as the gaming NFT standard that will be used across the board. And so if you are a game developer, that's likely the standard that you will be using. So we will rapidly be deploying that as soon as it's ready so that you guys can test it on the testnet, and then it will be live on the mainnet once we have fully proven and tested that one. We are hoping that will be done through the course of the summer. So please stay tuned for us as we work through that. The last feature that we're going to be adding for a no-code solution would be creating a reward or loot box feature. And so this is a very simple concept. It's the idea of staking an NFT or a token and then earning a number of NFTs or tokens out of that. So the idea here is that if you are a gaming project and you would like to offer loot boxes for your gamers, for your users, you can simply set up a reward system where maybe the gamer needs to stake their sword in order to earn some type of power up NFT, or maybe you have a play to earn token and they can generate more tokens by staking their NFTs, or maybe they stake their tokens to earn the NFT. This feature is going to be provided for you very, very soon. We are working on that one as well. So that's the suite of no code solutions that we have been working through and that we hope to deliver soon. Um, One more thing that I'd like to mention about our secondary marketplace is that we are actually going to deploy a rental feature as well. What this will do is this will actually allow you as a user, and I'm going to share my screen here so you can see where we've written about it here as well. We're going to go back to the home page, down here to the bottom, where you can rent your NFT. And so if your NFT is a playable asset in one of our titles, you'd be able to rent that NFT to other players. And so in this composable world, let's say that we have allowed for the Bored Ape Yacht Club to be an integrated NFT into our game world. And if you own one of those, you likely don't want to sell it. That's a pretty expensive asset. However, you would be okay probably renting it in order to generate some passive earnings. The reason we've created this is because we know that for our games, just allowing Bored Ape Yacht Club players or owners to play in our game and have special access to things, that only benefits a limited number of people. Well, what if we could open up that benefit to other gamers who may not buy one of those NFTs, but they would be willing to rent it? So this helps everybody win. And it also allows for you, if you own these NFTs, to rent them without losing control of those assets. And you might earn a little bit of income on the side with that as well. So that feature is coming to our marketplace soon. As I said, that we are in our live beta product phase. There's nothing beta about the existing features that are all live. However, we are rapidly deploying new features all the time and working on them so that you can have more composable features to integrate with. We really believe in demonstrating the value of a marketplace like ours first before we begin marketing heavily. And so we're just calling it beta, even though right now it's actually live. Bear with us through the game jam. If you're deploying on the testnet layer for Godwoken, there are some things that we're still working out to make sure that it's completely seamless and smooth. But you know, it's a test net, so there's always things that we're working through there. If you encounter any features that you want, or if you encounter any issues that you're having a hard time solving, feel free to reach out to us and let us know, and we will work with you to find a solution or see what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so let's get to the end here and land this plane. We talked about our game studio. We talked about our marketplace and the features that are composable. NFTs made easy is really what this is, in providing these really friendly solutions to these problems. But what does this actually mean for you as a creator or as a game developer? Well, we want you, if you're a game developer, or even if you're an NFT project owner, we want you to focus on the quality of what you're building. This means that you can focus on a quality content game or a quality content project and focus your energy where it needs to be on building something of value rather than focusing on all this infrastructure and spending your energy on that. We also believe this is a cost-effective solution. Because we take extremely low fees, this means that the value can be captured by the users and by the developers alike. We think this is a radical cost-saving opportunity for most people. If you were to find a developer to build some of these features for you, they would likely charge you an upfront fee of multiple thousands of dollars, if not take a percentage of the NFT sales that maybe you would make. So we think this is a really great cost-effective solution. The third thing is that it's composable. All of our solutions, you could create an NFT and then launch it on your own platform if you'd like. You can create the NFT yourself and then choose to launch it on ours. All of our features are like Lego blocks that you can play with and decide what you'd like to use, what you'd like to not use. This gives you true control over what you're releasing. Eventually, some of these rental features are going to integrate with our physical product market. where we are hoping to offer some of those physical product services to the projects that have launched on our marketplace. And so we would encourage you to maybe launch your NFT collections, whether it's for gaming or whether it's for just a new project that you're building. We'd encourage you to launch on the marketplace because you're going to be first in line for our physical product market when that comes online. That also gives you room to grow with us and shape the ecosystem with us so we can have a conversation as partners. How do we what are the types of products and things, features that you'd like to see in the future? We really lean into people that are in the ecosystem to see how do we best deliver new features for them along the way. So that is our product. That's what we're doing. Would like for you to come and ask any questions that you can. You can find us on Twitter /Oblivion NFT. Our social accounts, as I said, we're still young, so they're in the process of being created and they're early. And so help us along with maybe a follow and kind of retweet if you like what we're building. More importantly, go and try and test out our marketplace at nervos.oblivion.art and let us know how it's going. Let us know if there are ways that we can improve. And we're pretty chill. We're here. We're along for the ride with you, and we want to deliver a really quality service. And we want to make things as easy and friendly as possible along the way. So that's our product. That's who we are. If you're wondering, by the way, about this background behind me, this is our banner image for Dead Games Studio. So that's what's behind me here. Thanks for your time. I hope you guys have a blessed evening or a blessed afternoon wherever you are in the world. So have a great one.